Jennifer here from My Purpley Life, and today I'm going to be sharing with you guys how to decorate my pages for week number 51. Sorry again, I didn't get a chance to film last week's video, but I will go over it really quickly with you guys because I know you missed me all last week. So this is how my week is going so far, and that's what I'm doing here. So it's basically a crafty theme here with the craft paper, and I'm doing a lot of this like calligraphy type writing there just to make it look very I don't know what's the word for it, sophisticated, I don't know. But anyways, I saw these American Crafts washi tape at Target a few weeks back, and I wanted to use these for the pages. So I'm using these reds and this sort of, what is that, like a greenish blue color and the snowflakes with the washi tape. So that's why I went with this red washi tape here and this light blue here to tie in with those tapes there. And these little craft stickers are from Target, and some of them are from YozoCraft, but I did check yozocraft.com and they didn't have them in stock. They maybe just don't have them in stock. I hope they didn't discontinue them entirely, but that's where that's from. And then these little banners here, I used my Monopoly masking tape, which is this right there, and I'll try to find the link of where that is as well. But anyways, I wanted to show you guys this because some of you have been telling me that you're having problems with bleed through. Now these are my pages. I have been using Filofax pages in cotton cream. These are the personal size, but I don't know if you guys can see, there is a little bit of bleed through. It's not really bleed through, I would call it shadowing, but the ink that I used for that week was my Memento Dewdrops in the color London Fog. Now when you're using dye inks, again, the dye inks are going to go through the paper more than, let's say, a chalk ink or a pigment ink, because those types of inks sit on top of the paper, so they won't necessarily go through the paper. Dye inks will go through the paper, but if you use a light colored dye ink, it should not be that much of a problem. But if you are, let's say, using a darker colored dye ink, then you will probably see more show through the other side of the pages. But I did want to share with you guys that I am using this London Fog, which is a gray color, and it's not really bleeding through that bad, I would say. So just wanted to share that with you guys. Also, it could be the way you're stamping. Maybe you're putting too much pressure, or you're leaving the stamp on too long on the page. It could, so it really saturates into the paper. You just want to really lightly pat your stamp on. You don't really need to jam the stamp onto the paper. Anyways, so this week is going to be a penguin themed. I got this washi tape a long time ago when the Christmas washi tapes came out, and I loved it because it had the penguins on there. And again, penguins are my favorite animal. So to tie in with this, I picked this red washi tape, which is by MT brand, and has this nice red, kind of reminds me of Christmas ornaments. So I really liked that, and that red ties in with the red in the washi tape there. And then, you know, where do penguins live? They live where it's cold and snowy, and so I wanted to use this silver polka dot washi tape. It kind of reminds me of like snow. So I picked that out, and then to tie in with the silver in there, I have this gray striped washi tape, like so. And this washi tape sort of reminds me of candy canes, so the striping on the candy canes, so that's why I chose that as well. So very Christmas themed. My weeks have been very Christmas themed, and so will next week. So this whole month of December has been Christmas themed. You don't really do Christmas themed throughout the other parts of the year, so I'm definitely doing it every week this year. So penguins, striped silver, reds, and then the stamp that I'm going to be using, again to tie in with the polka dots here, is Studio Altoi's List It stamp set, and I'll be using these circles right here. And then I'm gonna embellish it with some penguin stickers, of course. I have some of my favorite penguin stickers here, and then some penguin sticky notes here. So let's go ahead and quickly get started. My light is, it's sunset, so I'm trying to hurry up and get this done, and which is why it's kind of hard for me to do these tutorials, because I like to do them when it's daylight and I get the best lighting for my videos, but I've just been so swamped during the daytime that I don't have time to film, and then it's already nighttime. Okay, so now I'm going to show you guys something. If you have a X-Acto knife and you have a craft mat like this, or a cutting mat, if you have a X-Acto knife, instead of using my X-Acto scissors, I'm going to use this craft knife. Let me zoom in for you guys and show you what I'm going to do, and a technique that someone recommended to me. The tape is sticking onto the mat, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this right here and just go along the edge of the tape there, and then see how easily that was, instead of me picking up the paper each time and cutting it. So super cool technique. Thank you so much to my viewer who recommended that for me. I'm going to take my silver polka dot, and since this is a sheer tape, I'm not going to do any funky designs. I'm just going to lay this onto the paper like so. And it's sheer enough that I can still see what week it is, what month it is, so on. Again, stick that on there and just run that on there. No, I'm not wasting any tape at all, so very handy. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some of this striped washi tape. Although it's already thin, I'm going to cut this in half because I want to maximize the space that I have on there. So I'm going to take my tape and put this using my paper cutter, my paper trimmer. I already did this with the red tape, which is why I have a strip right here already pre-cut. So let's just put that down since I have it already, and then we'll cut the silver tape. Okay, let me zoom back out here. Oops, the other way. Okay, whoops. Okay, let's take my cutter now, my paper trimmer. And I want about that much. Just gonna rip that off and put that onto the paper trimmer. Directly onto the middle. Just cut that, and now I have two pieces of tape. And I'm just gonna place that right here. Take my other strip and place it right here. Like so. And then since that's already on the craft mat, awesome. So that's there. Alright, now stamping. Where's my stamp? Here you go. So I'm going to take that circle stamp. I have my clear block right here. And I'm just going to put that onto my block. I'm just going to stamp it on off to the side here, just so that it's all evenly on there. And I'm going to be stamping with VersaFine Onyx Black ink. And the reason why I chose this, again, it's a pigment ink, but on top of that, VersaFine ink really gives these polymer stamps a very crisp look when you're, or a very crisp image. So I really like that. I'm just going to flip this over so I can see what I'm stamping because I'm filming backwards. And then I'm going to place it right in the middle of the page. But see how I just like lightly dabbed that onto the page there? I didn't really push too much force on there. And what I was doing is, since this block has a grid on it, I'm aligning the lines here. So that's how they get all straight like that. But I'll show you guys again how I did that. Make sure that's evenly coated there. Okay, now see how I have this line kind of in the middle between these circles there. So that's how I'm aligning it. And one more time. Right there. All right. Now I'm just going to take some stickers and put them up here. And I'm going to take some sticky notes for my appointments and events. And I'm going to use this penguin right here. And I can put it this way. And you see how that's kind of popping up like that? So what I'm going to do is take my Tombow removable adhesive. You can also use, I think I saw someone use this glue stick that was removable. You can definitely use that. As long as it's removable, I don't see why not. I don't know if that removable adhesive sticks to the page, but so I'm going to do that. I'm going to take another friend. I'm going to place it. I could place it right here as well, just to give you guys some ideas. But that's pretty much it for my pages. There you go. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this tutorial. If you guys have any questions, please leave them down below in the comments. And again, I will be posting at the end of the week how these pages will turn out, as well as all the products mentioned in this video. And thank you guys for watching. I will see you all next time. Bye bye.